Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just hit the goddamn live thing. I wasn't even ready. It is what it is. I gotta get a Negro please on for Chum. Got to get Negro please over Chum. This. Testing, testing, testing. All right, this mic is on. Had to check the mic. Fucking, I'm out of it, man. I'm so like out of it. Uh, First, for my age, 60, 68. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. All right, so I gotta jump on this thing because a lot of you guys are truly confused about what's what and what is not a victory in family court. A lot of you guys hire me and you're under the impression that there's only one objective and one narrative going on in court, and that's not what it is. Um, to keep yourself in the game, to have yourself in the game, to be able to respond. A lot of you guys don't understand that when a woman invites you to court to fight, they are not by any chance, they are not expecting you to fight back. When they invite you to court, they're inviting you to an arena where they think they got the victory. This is why I, I try to, I gotta, I gotta really start helping a lot of you guys understand that. See, a lot of you guys think that when your woman invites you to court, she's like, oh, let's go to court. She files paperwork against you, and she's like, yeah, it's party time. No, she's nervous. She got butterflies, she got jitters. But a lot of you guys don't realize that. Well, I'm gonna help you understand that here today. Appreciate you guys for being here. Honestly, man, you you and Stumpers could have been anywhere else in the world, but you said that big ugly mother. Oop, is that it again? Indeed, I am. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing my headsets. That's why I can't hear me. That's why I didn't know the mic was on. Ah, let me get out of this right here and turn that TV off. Let me go do that. Oh, you know what? Let me set this up first. Location. Do is make sure I got these phones juiced up. Get some juice to them. Always, it's always the same block. All right, all right. Yowza, yowza, yow. Boom. We on 9, so we'll see. We'll monitor that. Boy, 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 boy. Mic check. All right. All right, so why are my glasses? These glasses. What am I? Vision changing and shit? Jeez Louise, my vision changing? Wow, these glasses are 50 times better. Oh my. All right. All right, so man, that's some beautiful shit. I got 373 stars on so I'm streaming on TikTok. I brought TikTok on board today. What's going on, humans? And I said I'm gonna try TikTok and see how that works. So s- so let me just jump into it. A lot of you guys, and I'm gonna give you a parallel understanding as to what it is I'm talking about today. A lot of you guys really got it confused. I'm talking next level shit. You guys got it confused as to um, you know, what it is that you're what it is you're facing when you're going to family court. A lot of you guys got it confused. A lot of you guys think again, a lot of you guys think that that woman go down there and file that paperwork and she's like, yay, yay, this and all that. So allow me to first introduce you to the mindset of a woman. Um, allow me to introduce you to the perspective and narrative of what a woman is thinking when she takes you down to court. What a woman is thinking when she's on her way. What a woman is thinking when she walks into the building and they scan her in and she just, let me invite you to what it is that's going on this woman's mind. Allow me. This woman is saying, yeah, I'm going to come up. But more so than that, what that woman is saying is, I am at the place where everybody wants to destroy him. I want to be clear about something. Every woman knows when another woman takes a man down to court, they're saying in their mind, girl, you must hate him. Girl, he must have, girl, he must have shitted on your best dress. I'm sorry. Yo, I'm serious. When that woman takes you down to court and another one, he took him down to court, it's like they want order. You know how that voice, that funny voice cat, that the Emperor in Star Wars, he talk like this. He talk like this. Uh, I am a Sith Lord. That's how all of them want you to be handled when you go down there. They want somebody to be talking to you like that. So your child's mother wants custody and wants you paying child support. That's what they want. And you guys think that's what it is. So allow me to just just bring you back to life. Atia LaShawn Bradley and I was driving one day. We was driving, got pulled over by the New Jersey State Police. And when we got pulled over by the New Jersey State Police, again, I was driving. However, we was driving her car. And because we was driving her car, Atia LaShawn Bradley had the bow. You know, they used to put the bow thing in the middle of the bow. So she put the bow in the middle of her, on her, hanging on her rearview mirror. And the state police asked me for my stuff. I gave him my stuff. Of course, Atia LaShawn Bradley is in the passenger seat. He says, "Ma'am, I need your stuff too." Atia LaShawn Bradley grabs her purse. I put my hand on her purse. I said, yo, my man, that's all you get. He said, okay. He walks back to his car. He comes back and gives me a ticket for obstruction of view. All right? I want y'all to follow what I'm saying here. Atia LaShawn Bradley watched me put a state police in his place. She watched me. Atia LaShawn Bradley sat there and watched me. Oh, partner. You don't get her driver's license. You got mine. That's all you get. That's what I said. You try to follow me. So here's a woman that seen me put a cop in his place. I sued the Orange Police Department. She watched me as I said, no, you don't fuck with me. She watched. And then Atia LaShawn Bradley said, damn, my man ain't nothing to be with. She watched me. I had the Audi V8 Quattro at the time. She watched me come outside and say to people, yo, man, get the fuck off my car. And the dude was like, yo, my fault. I ain't know it was your car. I said, whose fucking car did you think it was? And Tia just sitting there watching me. All right? She knows. My man ain't one to fuck with. However, all this is out the window. All this is out the window. It's out the window when she want to try to put a pole in my hole. She tried to put a pole in my hole. No, she tried to put a pole in my hole. All this is out the window when she wants to come at me. Now she want to take me down to court and truly thought they was going to get a bitch. They thought a bitch was going to show up to court. This is what they thought. And I had to tell Atia LaShawn Bradley. Notice I always say her full name. I had to tell Atia LaShawn Bradley, you better tell these motherfuckers who I am. I'm Todd's son. Just like Thor represents, it is Thor, the son of Odin. I rep my father. I am my father. I tell you guys, people that have been following me for the 2012, 14 years I've been on YouTube. I don't know how to be me. I am my father. I never woke up one day in my shoes. I always wore my daddy's shoes. Yeah, I wore my daddy's shoes. So I want to be clear, and I mean crystal clear. A woman from the backwoods of South Carolina, I'm from Newark, New Jersey, right? And a woman from the backwoods of South Carolina said, I'm putting my foot in his ass. Oh, really? There isn't a woman's boot big enough for you to put a foot in my ass. This is what I don't understand about you guys. This is what, listen. Y'all can go ahead with that nonsense. Oh, I'm strong. I'm a strong woman. Ain't no such thing. I'm confident. Let me get off topic for a second and tell you guys what's the difference between confidence and courage. All right. Confident is going up against the odds. All right. Confidence is going up against the odds. It's three of them, one of me. Damn. That's confidence. So when a woman is a fat, sloppy, calorie fucking kidnapper, and she say, I'm gonna wear a two-piece suit on the beach, is that confidence? Is that confidence? Confidence is you going up against something. You going up against the odds, but you're confident enough. Wait a minute, you're gonna climb Mount Everest with no snow shit? You know that's like the highest elevation, one of the highest elevations on Earth. Yeah, you ain't no air up there. You gonna climb Mount Everest with a sweatsuit on and you ain't gonna take no air with you. Oh, that's crazy. But that's confidence. He will soon be met with the truth. However, that's confidence. Courage is what these individuals have. It's like a dare. I dare you to go squeeze her booty. Courage. That's where that come from. These individuals, but of course, we're talking about women here. We're talking about estrogen. The host, they got estrogen pumping through their veins. So they take the worst case scenario and always apply it. They never say y'all had an argument. They say y'all had a heated argument. They never, just like a kid, never say, Mom, I want something to eat. Just like a kid, they always say, Mom, I'm hungry. Huh? Women always come at it from the worst case scenario. And when they want to represent themselves, they try to use the best case scenario. You guys got to understand it. This is why I call them creatures. I've been calling them creatures from day one. I ain't never changed. I said, I can invite me on the Oprah Winfrey show. I'll say the same thing. I've never met a strong woman, confident woman. Oh, get the fuck out. I'm 57 fucking years old. I never heard the word I heard the word confidence more in the last year and a half than I heard in my entire life times 10. And I'm from Newark, New Jersey, where you fucking need confidence just to walk down the street. You're going to get some odds. You going to the store? Yeah. Yeah. You coming back? Yeah. You coming back? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I remember 1985, the number, another summer. Sound up for funky drummer. But I remember 1985. I jumped on a train. I went over to Delancey Street. Brought me a sheepskin hat and coat. I didn't have the gloves. I didn't have the mittens. I had the mittens. I didn't get them right then and there, but I ended up getting the mittens. But I didn't have the gloves. I always thought individuals that was rocking them back in the day, the gloves were so fly. When you look at the cover of Right On magazine, you see the coolest motherfucking hip hop, Rev Run. He's on the cover with a sheepskin hat, coat, and gloves on, like with his hands spread out. Like, nah, I got the gloves. But I remember going over to. I was in 1985. I was 17 years old, and going over to New York from Newark by myself took some confidence. I was going to be, and guess what? I went over there, and the cops said, "Where are you coming from?" They came through the train, walked up, came back, one sat beside me, one stood up. Where you coming from? Where'd you get that? Because the sheepskin coat was just, they ended in a bag big enough. Stuffed it in the bag. I'm coming home with the stuff, and they made me get off. Don't you supposed to be in school? Blah 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 blah, and this and all that. They let me go, but just case in point. So a lot of you guys, again, you guys are under the impression that when a woman takes you down to court, when a woman takes you down to court, you guys, a lot of you guys, when you go down to court, you think that she is like la da 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 da. Oh, everything is cool. No. So I'm gonna tell you about a case that I'm working on with a guy. A case that I'm working on with a guy in New York. I actually got to do a consultation with him when I stop this thing tonight. This guy, this is how confident are the courage, the lane, not courage or the which one, but making my point of this is how women, when they take you down to court, they just love the Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, the stop and frisk era. It was big in the 80s. In the 80s, listen, in the 80s, you would get pulled over. Like we didn't have cameras and all that. I remember I was on Route 22. I was on Route 22 in Hillside. And I had at this time, I had a Pontiac Grand Prix. I'm driving my car. And all I could see through my two-door, two-door. So all I could see on my passenger side was the nose of the police car riding with me. So I'm riding, and I just tapped the gas pedal a little bit, moved up, and the nose of the thing came with me. I was like, okay. So I let up off the thing, and it came with me too. So I just went, and both of the cops were looking at me like, and I was like, I just gave the snicker and kept driving. And that's what you were supposed to do. Let them know, no, no, fuck you. I'm not scared of you. You know. So that's the way that go. My father in the '90s got pulled over 20 times. You damn right. You damn right. Just 20? Oh shit. So I'm gonna tell you guys about a client that I got in New York. He was in an accident. This is just how. If you don't get nothing from what I'm saying here tonight, take this with you and understand this about women. The comfortability they got to think that everybody is on their side. So in New York, there's a woman that there's a guy. Let's go with him first. Let's go with him first. He was in an accident. In the accident, got the police report. The mother of the child, he didn't even have the child that weekend. The mother had the child that weekend for custody. The mother had the child. Listen to what I'm saying. She has the child. Yeah, it is. It's on YouTube. Dad's traded for child support. So she's on. So this woman, this is crazy. Check this out. Be an out checker. This woman, he was in an accident. The mother had custody. Found out he was in an accident. She went to the police department and had them add his child as in the accident, knowing she had the child. This this is how comfortable women are, and it's all because of you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. It's all because of Yah. All because of Yah. The reason why this woman went down to the police station of all places and filed a police report, had them amend his police report. Listen to what I'm saying. This is crazy. This is crazy. She amended his police report and had them put their child in the accident. And he goes to court. She ran and took it to court and altered his custody because he didn't have a baby seat. He didn't have a baby seat and was just rocking and cooling. Now, this happened in 2023. Here's the problem when you hire me. Here's the problem when you do a consultation with me. If all you guys think, yeah, all of y'all motherfuckers, if all of y'all think that your girl gonna cruise through a custody battle, through all this and do nothing wrong, you are sadly mistaken. Yeah, you are. You are a sadly mistakener. That's what you are. You are a sadly mistakener. You're sadly mistaken. When individuals do consultations with me, I tell them, like I always tell all my clients, hey, what's your city and state? Okay. May the 5th, 5:57 p.m. How'd you hear about us? YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Okay. All right. I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody, give me the long version of what's going on. I don't care if you go back to the day y'all met and she buffed you off the. I'm laughing at something else. I don't care if you go back to the day y'all met and she buffed your boy off. I don't care. I need you to give me everything. You know why I tell people that? I tell people that because I know she did something that y'all motherfuckers overlooked. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all overlooked. Now, I just said, oh boy, my client, she did the false police report in 2023. I said that, right? I heard what I said because I was sitting right here when I said it. This is what I'm talking about here tonight, y'all. Y'all think, listen, I say Atia LaShawn Bradley's name every time I say her name. I don't just say Atia. I say Atia LaShawn Bradley. I want her to listen to any one of my videos at any point in time and know, no, I'm talking about you because I am saying nothing wrong. It's all right. Huh? I tell you guys, I trained Atia LaShawn Bradley. I tell you, I trained her like a dog not to fuck with me. This is why I say her name. Whenever you want to, whenever you want to invite me back down to court, the gloves is ready. I'm always ready. I'm not in the business of fucking clucking. My man, I appreciate that. My man Eric said you awesome. My man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, my man. Roy sent the rose. My man, I appreciate that. You guys see, again, the thing with me, I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So my fight meter, I'm trying to get, I need more. So let's be clear about something. I give all of my brothers 50 W's apiece. Okay? I cannot fight as much people in my life as I fought my brothers. I'm sure you will agree with this. I fought my brothers. All right. So let's say me and Atia got 50 fights. My L's are still 100% more than my fucking victories. All of my fights, if you was to add my fights up, I'm only at about 50 fights in my entire life. But against my brothers, I'm 150. So right now, my winning percentage, I'm like 200. So how would that be? That would be like I'm 100 and 200. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm like 50 and 150. Yeah, that'd be more like it. My record is 50 and 150. So I need more fucking W's. So I come on this motherfucker with cocky on steroids. You hear me? I am my father's son. You will not fuck with me. Because again, I'm a fighter. My brothers, on my personal Facebook, I did a video. I know I come off brash. I know I come off cockier than cock. Blame all my brothers. Blame all them motherfuckers. I didn't ask for them to kick my ass. I 3 brothers. Each one of them gave me 50. I'm laughing at something else. Each one of my brothers gave me a 50 piece, drop 50. L's. So now I'm looking for people to fight because I need to get my W's up. And long comes Atia LaShawn Bradley. And she was trying to sell me scared, like all of you, all of your women, they selling y'all scared. And y'all on this shit like, come back, back. No, So the woman, I'm gonna lose where I don't want to lose the walk and where I'm taking you guys. My client in New York, she said, our child was in the car, blah, 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 blah. The child wasn't in the car. The cops went and agreed, this and all that. This dude done had an attorney before. The attorney got all up in his butthole. Everybody was just doing him wrong until he paid me a retainer. Now we have a $150,000 lawsuit in court because this woman lied. We got with 10 Police Plaza. Ooh, look it up. 10 Police Plaza in New York. And then we got with the police commissioner in Queens, New York, and we said, I don't know what you was told. However, this woman came down here and lied. The child was not in the car when this accident happened. And the strangest thing happened. They amended the report back. They amended the report back to the child not being in the car. So here's where you guys mess around and you guys just go on your merry own way. We don't do that over here. We say, nope, you did wrong. Now my boot needs to meet your asshole. That's how it goes. My boot needs to meet your asshole. Sounds about right, yeah? Mhm. Now we filed a lawsuit. I drafted them up a lawsuit. Let me tell you something. When I draft up a lawsuit, you ready for this? When I draft up a lawsuit, here's the guarantee that I put on it. I guarantee that my lawsuits will induce a bowel movement. I guarantee you. Listen, I'm 6'1" tall. I can't rap, you know. I can't play basketball. But the one thing I am, I'm a nerd. Been one all my life. That's why I have the great life that I have. Right? All right. On top of that, I used to see spirits when I was a kid. So, um, in addition, me seeing spirits when I was a kid, I always had and was in touch with the spiritual side. I lived more on the spiritual side than I did the mortal side. I never all that thing. When you see you walk around and you say, something told me to. Every time something told me, I listened, and it saved my life. So I don't engage in styles, this nigga shit. I don't talk slang. I'm not into that. I don't you fucking mean. I don't that garbage ass talk. I'm an intellect. You threaten me, I'm gonna bust your ass and then go listen to some Mozart. That's how it goes. So what you don't get to do, you don't get to just say, you know what, I'm gonna do. I had a good man, moi. He put me in the house, put our child in the house, and we was under his protection. However, as a black woman, the sisterhood demands that we be in control of our men. That doesn't happen. So Atia LaShawn Bradley decided that she was going to start listening to her friends and stop listening to me. So when this doesn't work, she do what women do. They invoke the attitude and the tantrum. So Atia LaShawn Bradley started beating on me. And then when she started beating on me, she wanted me to hit her back and all that. And I didn't do that. And this is why I say her name. And when I mentioned the fact that she was a mental and physical abuser, I don't say allegedly. I don't say, I say it and I say her full name. And let me say the date too. Today is May 5th, 2026. Don't want her to look at this and then 2 weeks go by and her friends try to be like, girl, he lying. He lying. Girl, that's slander. That's slander. Girl, you should. She gonna be sitting there like, oh yeah, I know. Let's go, girl. I'll drive you down there for press. You should sue for slander because they're masters at understanding the law when it comes to shit you do. But everything they do get reclassified as warranted. Uh-huh. You heard what I just said? Every fucking thing that they do is warranted. It's just amazing. It really is. So she said when hitting on me didn't get me to start hitting her back, then she had to raise the stakes. So then it got real worse. Then she put me in a hospital. And I want to be clear about something. I want you to come close. I'm about to say. Please do. Please come close. I need clean your ears out before I say this. I crack myself up. When Atia LaShawn Bradley struck me, You see, I was just about to cry, but I caught myself. When Attila Sean Bradley struck me, I could have been like, I'm okay. But I said, nope, I'm going to go to the hospital. And the reason why I went to the hospital is to see to it that this get on record. Huh? If I would have said I was okay and this and all that, Attila Sean Bradley would claim, oh, no, I never did that. But I can go back to the hospital and say, I need the records from June 13th. I came into your ER and had a contusion. I need that. And then it will say, oh, no, was struck by his girlfriend, Attila Sean Bradley. Again, I was okay, but I made sure I went to the hospital. Yeah, to forever have it on record. Here's what a lot of you guys do. Let me go lateral with what I'm saying here today. Allow me to go lateral. I'm a lateral goer person. Here's what you guys do. Let me move the mic. Your girl be like, such and such and such, and then she swing at you, and you be like, yeah, go chill. Whatever, girl. Girl, stop, right? That's what you do. And then you tell your boy, yeah, we got into another fight. What'd she do? Man, she was trying to hit me, but I was blocking it. If she was making contact with you, that's assault. You wasn't blocking shit. You might have changed the trajectory of where she was throwing her punch or her slap or whatever, but you didn't block shit. The Office of Vital Statistics say that women are the number one initiators and aggressors in domestic violence. These stats they don't want to have nothing to do with. If you can tell me how could that not be? Because when you have emotional, you have unstable. When you have emotional, you have unstable. Stable and emotional cannot exist. It can't. Stable and emotional cannot exist. It's impossible. It can't. Case in point. You ever notice the police dog? You see the canine unit, you walk past the cop. Hey, what's your dog's name? Jake. All right, Jake. Hey, Jake. Roof. Oh, fucking Jake. Right on, Jake. Here's what you'll never hear. Hey, that's a nice canine dog. Hey, what's your dog's name, officer? Sally. Hence, the dog is a girl, a female. They don't use females. You know why they don't use females? Because female dogs are unstable. They're unstable. So let me get this straight. Your woman, she has estrogen pumping through her blood, but she can tell you she's strong, and will you guys will always um you know I'll listen to these things when they say what they are. So I just want to be clear. They was born with the main hormone of estrogen, but you're allowing them to tell you, no, that doesn't apply to me. I'm logical. Oh man. Hey man. Not only do I crack myself up, you guys crack me up too. Yeah, you guys crack me up. So here's what I'm getting at, because I love the getting. What you guys got to understand is that you guys sit there and you allow these individuals to cherish wrong, invite it into the arena, and you don't make it a main point. Here's what I'm getting at. I have a client in California, got video of what his girl did to him. You know what the judge is telling him? I'm not giving you a restraining order. I'm not giving you a restraining order. So I drafted him up a motion to help the courts understand this is not how this works. My constitutional rights of protecting myself is not decided by you thinking whatever it is you're thinking. This is where a lot of you guys see. If I can go left for a second, please allow me to go left for a second. I love going left. When I go left, I don't drift off and be like cheese slices and bacon toast, boiled hamburger chips. You know, when I go left, it's some highly informational stuff as well. You guys allow the courts to dictate how you should how you should have your rights executed to you. Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah, you do. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, you do. You guys go to court because when a woman hits you, that's got nothing to do with family court. That's assault. Why are you in a family court judge asking, please? No. When a woman hits you, you press charges. Family court got nothing to do with this, but you guys think it do. Well, welcome to listening to me. Glad you're here. So you guys allow a woman to funnel everything through family court, get their victories. Would you guys like an example of what I'm talking about? Anybody? Would you guys like an example of what I'm talking about? Would you want an example of what I'm talking about? One example? Here's an example of what I'm talking about. I used to be on the Talk Zone Radio Network. My secretary, um, Lydia Walker, this is 2010. Me and Lydia have been rocking together since 1992. I met Lydia in 1992. I'm sorry, I met Lydia in 1991. Huh? I met Lydia in 1991. I've known Lydia now for what, 35 years? 35 years I've known Lydia. Lydia has been my secretary through everything. I'm here in Virginia. She's up there in New Jersey. It works. All right. So, um, Attila Sean Bradley, I was on the Talk Zone Radio Network. And Attila Sean Bradley, listen, I was doing a show entitled, I'm sorry, Miss Bradley. Ooh, I was for real. Never. Parallel to the Outcast hit, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Right? So I was doing, I was going to entitle my show for that week because I was on the air 1 hour on Mondays at 2 p.m. No, Mondays at 1 p.m. And I was doing a show. Excuse me, got kind of fuzzy. I got fuzzy there for a second. So I was doing a show entitled "Sorry, Miss Bradley" for Atia Bradley's mom, and uh, you know how some of you guys text us and Lydia be like, mother, you didn't say $50 consultation, I'm ready. So what the hell? Lydia takes it upon herself. I'm gonna need a second. Oh shit. Damn it, man. Lydia takes it upon herself. Lydia takes it upon herself to get flyers of the show made up and put them on Atia's door and all the people. And it said, do you see the woman in apartment E? Well, this is the husband. I mean, this is You see the daughter that's with her. This is her father show, and it'll be airing at this time. He's going to help you explain why he don't see his daughter, this and all that, right? So I now remember this take is when a woman hits you, you don't go to family court, you file charges. Because I just said and heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. They always want to settle everything in family court because that's where the automatic victory is. Huh? So Atila Sean Bradley, she instead of looking at the title, filing an injunction, she runs to family court and files a restraining order. She didn't file a cease and desist like everybody else do. She didn't file a cease and desist. Nope. She filed a restraining order. Shut up, bitch. She didn't file a cease and desist. She filed a restraining order. Right? Why did she file a restraining order? Anybody? Who said that? Because all it takes is a piece of paper, and that is their arena. They'll do everything in family court arena. Everything that they do will be in family court. Everything family court. You smash their car with a rock. They run a family court. You're supposed to take them to criminal. That's criminal. What the fuck? But everything is whatever the woman wants. You guys suck at changing the narrative of this. Yeah, you do. Shut up. You listen. I was talking to a client today, and you know what I told him? Anybody? Listen at this. I was talking to my client today, and I said, your dad is a wetback. My dad had over 30 kids. Those are the two reasons. One is on one side of the coin, and the other is on the other side of the coin. As to the reason as to why you're going through what you're going through. Because men that was reckless, and men that allow women to straight put a men that was reckless, they are the individuals as to why things went the way it went. Why men we go through what we go through. It's the reason why. It's the reason why. Understand that. That's the reason why. So you as an individual, you got to say to yourself, I am not going to allow somebody to take me down that road. I'm not going to allow somebody to take me down that road. That's what you have to do. You have to do that. You guys get attorneys, and you allow attorneys to tell you, we'll see what the judge say. You allow attorneys to do all this stuff. You allow attorneys to say, you allow attorneys to tell you, oh, that don't mean nothing. You allow your family court attorney, oh, we'll just see what the judge say. You allow all that. You do. Yeah, you do. You allow that. I don't allow that. I don't. I don't allow that. I don't allow none of that. You mess with me, you got to, boy, you better call your crew. It's going to be a long night. Call your boys. It's going to be a long night. Let me go left and say this, please. Let me go left and say this. There are individuals. I was looking at a video the other day, and that video said When the quiet man, when the quiet man stops talking, you got a problem. I believe that. When the quiet man stops talking, you got a problem. Yep. I don't, you know, I'm gonna say this, then we're gonna move on. People, I don't do nothing for no popularity. You know, I don't get on here. I used to get on here with stacks of money. Individuals talking that nonsense. When I had three BMWs at that time, I had to do a video. Had like 310 stacks. Went to the bank with a $70,000 check. I'm just like, look, you cannot mess with me. I'm not. I don't do this for that. But let me just show you, because everybody, during that time, individuals was on that nonsense. Oh, the straw man. Don't listen to him. He's an agent. All this nonsense they was talking. I had to put them in a place. I live life according to life rules. I'm a homeowner. All this nonsense. If you're telling me you don't have a driver's license and this is you, I'm just saying. If you want to tell me you don't have a driver's license and you don't go by this and all that, you're not telling me you own a home. You're not telling me that. Life is a give and take. We all live in a system to exist. This ecosystem that we live in as adults, it has its goods and it has its bad. But individuals want to be on some old, oh, it's they was coming at me just because I'm retired military. Oh, yeah, he a agent. Yeah, he this, he that. So wait a minute. I'm supposed to live the under the rock lifestyle. I don't live no under the rock lifestyle. I don't live no under the rock lifestyle. I live a great life. Don't want to be messed with. And a lot of you men, one of the things that you don't understand, you don't understand this. The second the second you decide, the second you decide to go back and forth with an individual, you've entered their world. You see the movie Pelham 123 with John Travolta and Denzel Washington? And the governor came there and the governor was talking to the hostage. John Travolta was the people taking, he was the hostage, taking individuals and he was giving his demands. And the mayor came, people who had seen the movie. And the mayor came. And what did the hostage negotiator say? He said, Your Honor, His Honor, you entered his world, you have to get out. And a lot of you guys don't understand the mental stagnation that happens when you enter a woman's world. I was listening to Sean Stockman. He has a podcast of Boys to Men. And he was talking about when made Michael Jackson made Scream, him and his sister, Janet Jackson. Does it make me want to scream? Make me want to scream. Talking with me. That song, Jimmy Jam. So what happened is Janet went and picked out the track. Janet picks out the track. And they did it in New York. So, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, they're from Minneapolis with Prince. And, I just want to just say this because it's where I'm getting at. It'll make sense. And so Mike comes in there and he got on this jewelry, and you can't have all that jewelry on because they was like, it messes with the mic. It start distorting the microphone. So they like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is like, so Mike is just, Mike, what booth am I in? What? Oh, that booth? Okay. They say he just wearing some regular old clothes, and then they played the track. Dun, 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 dun. They said Mike went crazy, spun around, the maker want to scream, and they said he did the song in one take. And he said when they got done, it was like, what the heck just happened? And Janet, they said he did his whole verse. And when you listen to the song, it's him and his sister. Janet said to Terry, I'm going to lay my tracks back in Minnesota. I'm not going behind that. My point and what I'm getting at is That is how you guys got to be. When Mike was activated when the music came on. And if you know the song, he was just tired of everybody messing with him. I told you guys, I'm the youngest of four boys. I gave my brothers, each one of my brothers, 50 wins apiece. So I'm 150. I'm 0 and 150. So when you invite me to court, you're inviting a fighter. You're not inviting somebody that's gonna, you know, you're not inviting somebody to court that's gonna shrink in the moment. Inside the ring, on the battlefield, I'm home. And a lot of you guys need to adopt that narrative because, again, when I do my consultations with individuals, when I do my consultations, this is why I tell individuals, give me the long version of what's going on. Take me back to the day y'all met. And the reason why I say this, she did something that you overlooked. Yeah, you did. Shut up. You overlooked it. This is why, again, I got my man in New York City. Woman, just soon to be ex-wife, just thought she was just living a life and then filed a lawsuit. We filed a $150,000 lawsuit. Why? Because she changed the police report. And when you change the police report, the statutes of limitations are 0. So we can apply to get the report corrected at any time. And because she used it in family court to persuade, now changes are coming. He had 2 attorneys before me. I am a law school dropout. But 2 attorneys didn't say, okay, that was wrong what she did. We'll get her. Nope, it's the woman when, oh, this is a woman's arena. Oh, we'll just see what the judge say. Really? They got you guys convinced. They got you guys convinced that they want to go to court. The reason why they got y'all convinced that they want to go to court is because their name is not on the defendant line. Once their name get on defendant, you'll notice strange things will start happening. Like when you go pick up the child, there's no arguing no more. Yeah. Mhm. You'll notice you ain't getting the put me and my mom on your cell phone plan. No, no. Okay, I'm going down to child support. All that stops because you can say you can record it and say you're blackmailing me. Oh gosh, nope. You guys don't do that. You guys be like, what do you want? Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Yes, you do. Shut up. Boy, 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 boy. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You guys are under the impression. And here's another thing. This is another thing you guys kill me with. You guys kill me with this one. Wait for it. Hold on. You guys kill me with this. Really, you guys do. You guys do. This is what you guys kill me with. On. Just check this out. Hold on. I'm gonna get my vocals right for this one. This is what y'all kill me with. The judge can do whatever they want. How about you let the judge do whatever they want? You got time for another story? I mean, I've been doing it for 25 and a half years. You can't possibly think that That I'm just up here on this 5th of May, 2026. I'm spewing off. I'm rocking out. I always do my lives 2, 3 hours by my 2 hours or so by myself, and don't need to put in fillers and all that. You want another example of what I'm saying? You guys think the judge can do whatever they want. The woman got y'all thinking, and for the most part, you guys don't speak up. You guys go to court and just allow them to talk. You guys don't speak up. No, you don't. So I had a client in New York, Rochester, New York. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. When you've been doing this for 25 years, you know all the tricks. When judges say certain things, you know where it's going. So he goes to court, and the judge says, "This is 23-year-old kid." The judge says, "Oh, we're going to give you an attorney. We know you don't need it, but we're going to give you an attorney. Okay, just so you just in case you need help." He had us on retainer for 5 months up until this time. Didn't need no help. So after he went to court, of course, he texts my secretary Lydia a consultation. We does a consultation. He tells me what happened. I let him finish. I said, Why do you think the judge did that?" Why do you think the judge assigned you counsel? After 5 months, you tan them up. It ain't even close. Why do you think the judge did that? Oh, because he just want to know what I'm about to say? On the contrary. Listen, I want y'all to come close. Come close. Clean your ears. Clean your ear. Be an ear cleaner person. Clean your ears. Check this out. You know why the judge assigned him counsel? You know why? The judge assigned him counsel because once he was assigned counsel, he had no right to file motions on his own anymore. How about that? He he had he had us. He had us. So for 5 months, we file a motion back and forth, this and all that. Her attorney is asking for filing attorney's fees. We cut that down. No, you ain't getting no attorney's fees. That motion got that blown out. Blah 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 blah. And after 5 months, the judge says, "I'm gonna end all this. I'm gonna assign him a counsel." 23-year-old kid. How do you think we handled that? Anybody? How do you think we handled that? Here's another thing these women don't understand, but you guys don't help them understand that. Excuse me. You can say anything you want in court. You can say anything you want. You want an example of this? Yes? Yeah. Well, let's stick with the same story. So I said, explain this guy. He says, the guy is overweight, blah, 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 blah. Cool. I said, okay. So I drafted him up a motion. I said, we object to assigned counsel. We would ask the courts that he recuse himself and report to the closest gym. He's a calorie kidnapper. And we filed a motion. What do you think happened? What do you think happened? Anybody? Who said that? Who said, oh, over on Negro Please? Yeah. We took care of that real quick. We got him up on out of there and continued. Since you guys think judges can do whatever they want, I'm telling you, the reason why they can't is because you have no idea what you're doing. You want an example of you not knowing what you're doing? Okay. How come not one of my clients, that means that's let's say that's a number, and I'm saying not that number, right? Not that number. Ended up ever paying attorney's fees. How come? How come? Anybody? Yeah, because your attorney will never be opposed to him. That's why. Because your attorney will never be opposed to him. That's why. They can ask you to pay their mortgage. Your attorney won't oppose it, so it happens. I sent a 23-year-old kid in court up in Rochester, New York. He didn't pay attorney's fees. How come? 23-year-old kid. How come? Who said that? Alimony. What? No, he didn't pay alimony. Nope, didn't pay alimony. His now ex-wife sent a motion in court. He's listening to that guy on YouTube, the Lagadads, the black guy, the Lagadads. They just mess my name all up. They don't give me, oh, they don't give me no respect, no respect. I'll tell you, I don't give me no respect, no respect at all. Ugh. As if, remember I told y'all they're little kids, yes? Thinking that the judge gonna say, okay, I got it. You can't use the League of Dads. This is how they do. She ran to court. Your Honor, he's using a gun. I don't think he could, like the judge. She literally thought the judge was gonna say, is that right? Hold on. Are you using that? We gotta pull all your motions. Too late, lady. You lost. I know you watch me on Dash Trader, so I'm gonna look at that camera. Too late, you lost. Thank you. You lost. You got no alimony. You kicked your husband to the curb. He was giving you $800 a month on an $800 a month allowance. You had a great life. You were 23 years old. I think you was a year younger than him. Excuse me, y'all. I'm talking to this camera over here. You was 22 years old. You had a 23-year-old man giving you $800 a month, took care of you and your daughter. You brought your new husband that you're married to now to the house while y'all was married, kicked him out. Let me tell y'all what this, excuse me for a second. Let me tell y'all what this woman did. She got a restraining order on the 9th, right? This is what women do. She got a restraining order on the 9th. The night of the 9th, the morning of the 10th, got up in the morning, went to bed on the 10th, got up on the 11th. Oh, get that, no, you know what I'm talking about. 11 o'clock at night on the 11th, 2 days later, 48 hours later, she finally executes the restraining order. 2 judges, 2 attorneys rather, none of them, not one thought that was a problem. We hit off with 2 $250,000 lawsuits. You can't do that, people. You can't. But these women got y'all thinking they can do that. Attila Sean Bradley tried it with me. Didn't work out too well. Didn't work out too well. I'm going to tell you guys like I'm always tell you. Never pick a fight with a fighter. It's just not a good idea. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. I don't just fight people. I fight getting old. I fight bad health. I fight depression. I fight aging, getting old, aging. Yeah, I fight all that. I fight poverty. I fight poverty. Listen, let me tell y'all right quick. You know what I do? This is going to be funny. This house is electric. Solar. Everything in this house. I have not had an electric bill. August to be 4 years. I need y'all to follow me. So I get up in the morning. After I do my workout, I go out and I do $50 a day during the lift. I only do $50. I always go over. But my goal, just $50 a day, $1,500 a month. That pays the mortgage and 2 car notes. All right? That's what that's for. I always give my hustles a job. But I get back home between 12 and 1. You know why I get back home between 12 and 1? Anybody? Because the car that I use is an electric. It's a 2019 Nissan Leaf. And I put the car on the charger between 12 and 1. Guess what the sun is? It's called high noon. The sun is up in the air. So that sun is hitting my solar panels. And guess what? The car is 100% electric. I get back home just in time to recharge the car. And every morning when I get up, the car is back at 100% charge. I don't have gas. You guys ever heard of the word optimal? Ever heard of the word optimal? I do the most optimal thing humanly possible. Meaning, everything that I do, it is the best version of it that you can do. And when you meet a woman and she sees this about you, she needs to break that. She's going to say, I need to break that. How could I get him off track? Nobody gets me off track. The second you try this nonsense, my senses pick it up, and immediately I go to an evasive action. You will not be successful at getting me off my track. And I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you guys how these women get you off your track. You guys just tuck it up on there. She just bugging. I ain't never in my life said any woman I was dating is just bugging. Yeah, I'm just gonna be tomorrow's live stream. Yeah, I'm glad. Glad I had you guys here tonight. That's gonna be the name of tomorrow's live stream. She just bugging. Let me tell you about that old let me do some she just bugging. Let me tell you about she just bugging. She ain't bugging. She's reeling. She's keeping it real, my G. She's keeping it real. Everything that she does is designed to poke at your sanity until you get to the point where you just be like, man, I just let that go in one ear and out the other. Oh, do you now? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. Oh, dear my. You let it go in one ear and out the other. Wow. Who does that? We don't do that over here. Mumbles get confronted. What was that? What was that? No, put some volume to that. I need to hear that. What was that? Here's an example of what I'm getting at. Here's an example of what I'm getting at. I'll be having individuals. I'll be having individuals. I crack myself up. I'll be having individuals that I'll do a consultation with them, right? I do a consultation with these individuals, and they'll say something amazing to me. So let's just say this is May, because it actually is. Oh, dear my, what do you know? Let's say this is May 2026, shall we? Huh? Let's all go with that. Let's just say it's May 2026. And I'll be talking to guys on the phone, and they be like, and I'm writing down everything. Oh, okay. She took your bite stick from you, and what is a bite stick used for? And then I go, oh, you want to know? Oh, oh, before she ramp up, she don't tap you on the shoulder no more. She just, oh boy. So remember, it's May 2026. It's May 2026. And I'm listening to this guy, and it's like, and when was the first time she just ramped up and didn't tap you on the shoulder? Time out. Yo, man. Yo, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, so she just, oh no. Oh, you knew something was up when she said, we ain't got no Vaseline. She just and I'm like, how is this guy telling me this? Like, whoa, whoa. And I'm thinking, and then they keep going on, and then it's like, you know, I'm just tired of her. Now when I pick the kid up, she got a van. Ever since we did the drop off, she done went and brought a van. So before she give me the kid, I gotta go in the van. I'm like, okay, 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 right? I'm like, what the holy, holy donkey burgers. And I'm like, now here's the what the hell part. So I'm like, when did she start doing this? In 2013. Oh, like 13 years ago, 2013. Like there was only one 2013 in time's existence. And we're living in it. Okay. And what really just blows my mind, pun intended, what blows my mind is when it's like, And then I remember one time when uh you know, and then uh the last time she did it, talking about some I'm laughing at something else. The last time she did it, she went and got a King Kong dong. Like, whoa! And then I'm like, oh, okay, okay, hold on. Like, okay, and when was that? That was like 2 weeks ago. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm like, so so she before she gave you the kid, you sh- she had you had to get in the did she oh, okay. And then out of nowhere she just went and got an extra large. Oh, she just wow. And I'm like, and you saying the last time this happened was last week. So I'm saying to myself, I'm playing the time back in my head. You went through this nonsense for 13 years. I'm not understanding how you guys give women control for 13 years. I'm not understanding this, man. I'm questioning your three piece, no homo. I'm questioning your three piece. I'm questioning your three piece, no homo. I'm not understanding this. Atila Sean Bradley put me in a hospital. She said she was going to therapy. She reneged on therapy um, for about a month and a half. She reneged on therapy. I gave her 30 days. I gave her 90 days. I said, you got 90 days to go to therapy. What do you guys think happened on the 91st day? See, Atila Sean Bradley did this to me in 1999, and we broke up the same year. You see where I'm going with this? Same year. My case, my custody case started in 1999. I was in a hospital in June of 1999. And the first time it popped off was October 30th. Now you can do the math: June, July, August, September, October. I said about a month and a half, she fiddled around. Then I gave her 90 days at the end of October. This is how it goes. I'm listening to you guys have so much faith in this woman's attitude. And I'm listening to you guys have so much excuse me, in the estrogen thought concept. I'm not understanding this. I'm not understanding this. You guys allow these women to just, oh, we're gonna go to court, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna do this to them, I'm gonna do that to them, I'm gonna do that. You guys allow that. That ain't got nothing to do with court. That that got a lot to do with somebody's tone and temperament of what they will allow. I don't allow none of that. Zero. Again, June is when Atila Sean Bradley put me in a hospital. We broke up October, it was either October 30th or October 31st. We ain't doing this. You said you was gonna go to therapy. You was in the hospital. I know I got a bad attitude. I know. I just said, and then as soon as you leave the hospital, you get around the sisterhood, and the sisterhood pulls, oh, sisterhood rule number one. They gotta take us as they are. I thought sisterhood rule number one was F a man. Like all of the sisterhood rules are rule number one. Like they never make it to two. Every rule a sisterhood got is rule number one. Sisterhood rule number one. A man got to take you out to eat at Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I thought rule number one was y'all don't listen to men. Well, this is rule number one. Like their ones echo, so it's a lot of them. They all echo the same damn number, so every rule in the sisterhood is one. Oh my gosh, amazing. It really is. It's amazing. Really is amazing. I will not, under circumstances zero. be on anybody's protocol but my own. When you guys are in these relationships with these women and you allow them to start the nonsense and you allow them to do all this stuff, that's you. You allow. It's the saying is you've allowed, not the ecosystem of your existence is a woman. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Listen, I went on Facebook dating this week. Went on Facebook dating. Met this woman. She was a doctor. We exchanged numbers. And we exchanged numbers and we exchanged numbers and we talking now I find myself in a conversation trying to fish for things to say because she's not a non-talker. Then when I said this and all that, she was like, I'm beginning to question you. I don't live in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Where I'm from, up north, we consider Philly everything. All the surrounding cities, nobody says they're from Conshohocken. Nobody says they're from um, um, King of Prussia. It's Philly. If I got any Philly cats on there, they'll tell you. We there isn't a person from New Jersey. Or there's a person from New York. If you live in Conshohocken, if you live in King of Prussia, is going to say, "Oh, I'm coming down there to King of Prussia." You just throw Philly on that damn thing. Oh, I'm going to Philly. However, she did. That's where she went with it. It was the last time we spoke. I will never. It's not happening. In the world of happenings, that will never. So a lot of you guys, when you go to family court, you're under the impression that, oh, it's their world. It's not their world. You believe that. I didn't believe that. I never did. I never did. And again, if you want to say that's what it is, if you want to say, excuse me, my boys went, not my boys. I got a client. Listen, are you listening? I got a client down in Texas. Right? I got a client down in Texas. Moved from New York. He goes to court. They send him a letter down to Texas. You need to come all the way up here to New York for court. So he did a consultation with me. I said, no, bro. Before I brought my plane ticket, I decided to do a consultation with you. Before you bought your plane ticket. Plane ticket to where? My plane ticket to New York. I said, "Oh, partner, you don't live in New York." Yeah, but so the hearing officer. Here's what you guys got to understand. The hearing officer tells him he got to come to New York. A judge would never tell you that. Huh? A judge will never tell you wrong. But the hearing officer will tell you wrong. Mm-hmm. That hearing officer will tell you anything, and you just fall into it as that. But a judge tell you wrong, you skin it, it's alive. Mm-hmm. So no. So he put me on the case. I drafts up a motion, sends it to him via email. He sends it to New York. So they do the whatchamacallit. He requests they do a video, and then he said in the video he followed the rules, let her talk. Da, 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 da. First thing he say, I'm challenging the jurisdiction of the court. Now, you know what the hearing officer said? Y'all might want to sit down. If you drive and pull over, I don't want you to crash and try to sue me. So of course I put in the motion, you can't be serious. You're going to mail me a letter. You know I'm in Texas. You're going to mail me a letter telling me I got to come to New York for a hearing? Are you serious? You already know you don't have jurisdiction. But one day y'all going to understand these hearing officers, they want to be the judge so bad, so they just prolong things out. So that hearing, it went, when he said, he followed protocol. He let her do the talking. He stood there. What do you got to say? I want to challenge the jurisdiction of the court. The first thing she says, this is a hearing officer now. I served you. I properly served you. Properly serving somebody and challenging a jurisdiction is two different things. So he slipped up and he started talking, blah, 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 blah. So she said, I'm going to have another hearing 2 weeks from now. So he got done with that. We did a consultation. How'd it go? She, blah, blah, blah. She scheduled another hearing 2 weeks from now. I start laughing. This is why I tell my clients, take your time when you talk to me. Take your time. Tell me everything. Don't ever rush. We ain't ever got to rush. You don't got to do a consultation with me. And hurry up, man. No, take your time. You can take your time. So I started laughing. I said, so she rescheduled it for 14 days. I started laughing. I said, you know why she scheduled it 14 days out? No. So you can't file anything. The reason why she scheduled 14 days, because normally you need 14 days to notify the other party. So if she scheduled it 14 days, it's going to take you at least a day to get up a motion and file it with the court. You're already at 13 days. Tomorrow is 13 days. He said, oh, sweat. I said, don't worry about it, brother. I got you covered. So I still drafted up a motion and we filed it. Same thing. Huh? Same thing. And so this one we filed, and we put an extra special sauce on it. We got in touch with the court administrator, this and all that, and they was like, "Yeah, transfer the case to the case went. Yeah, transfer the case to Texas." Just what I thought. But when they went back in 2 weeks, when he said, "I'm challenging the jurisdiction of the court," and then he followed instructions, and followed instructions, and then so the lady, the hearing officer, she brought the mother. She had the mother in on it this time. When a woman files for welfare, they don't normally. A lot of times they don't have to come. When a woman files for welfare, you're coming at welfare through the state, and she'll get some of your money, but in most cases she won't, or she'll get a percentage of it. So the mother is at the new one, the 2 week one, the next one. And then the mother just says, all I want is my money. And when she said, all I want is my money, that was to invoke him to start talking. Well, I gave you some money, but you took it and brought some juju beans. And then a second he said that, he would have forfeited his right to have an adjournment or have the case transferred to challenge the jurisdiction. This is where y'all mess up at. They will say, I'm going to continue on with this case, and you'll be sitting there like, oh, I better say something. No, keep your shut. I told them, keep your shut. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. So when you say, I want this to go to the proper jurisdiction, this is what they'll say. Well, we're gonna continue this case with or without you. And then they'll sit down there and be like, well, I think I should make his let's just say the camera, is you, right? And the hearing officer is talking. Let's say your child's mom is over there, and this is you, and this is you. Right? This is how it'll go. Then y'all will get suckered. This is how y'all get suckered. When you just said, I want this matter to go before a judge because you're wrong. You could even say you're wrong, you dirtball. You're wrong, you dirtball. I plead the Fifth Amendment to any further questioning. And then what she gonna say, because hearing officers be trying to sound like they are so important. They be having y'all fooled. They're like, I cursed the last one out. Like, lady, please, you're nothing. You're garbage. Knock it off. It ain't like, y'all think that if y'all tell a hearing officer go suck a brick, she gonna say, I'm gonna put you in jail. She ain't got the power. They don't have the power. But y'all get fooled by that anyway. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Then I'm gonna get back on track. All right. So let's just say you just said, and I'm gonna plead the Fifth Amendment to any further testimony, right? I'm gonna plead the Fifth Amendment. And then the hearing officer say, well, we're gonna continue this case with or without you. Now I gotta look in this camera. So hold on. We're gonna finish, we're gonna complete this case with or without you. And then she looks at the mother. Tell me about this guy. Well, He works for Elon Musk. And then the hearing officer look at you. Oh, do he? Oh, do he? Yeah, he worked for Elon Musk. And you remember he sent the rocket up to the moon and it came back and landed by itself. Yes, I remember that. He designed that. And Elon Musk paid him bazillion dollars. Oh, he did. Yeah. And then they saying all this because they trying to get you in sucker mode. You fall for it. Yeah, you do. Shut up. You fall for it. Yeah, you do. And then you turn around and be like, Elon Musk ain't give me no $1,000. I don't work over there. And the second you say one word, you just forfeited your rights. Didn't know that, did you? This is why I'm not understanding. Again, I'm not understanding no perspective, no narrative of how these creatures go to court and beat y'all. I'm gonna need it. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I don't understand how they beat you guys with lies. Again, you guys are under the impression with these when they go to court, you guys are under the impression that when they go to court, they are happy to be there. This is what you think. You guys think this. You know no other perspective. You know no other protocol. So I'm just want to be clear. The only protocol you know is she took me down to court and they just did me wrong. That's all you know. That's all you know. Uh-huh. Woman went to court and lied. She lied, and you got fried, and that's just the way it goes. Uh-huh. I don't know that to be the case. I remember I did a video on this one time, and I had an individual from Chicago. Chicago. He said, "Shit, you talking all that nonsense? That ain't how they do things here in Chicago." I said, so I bet in Chicago. This is what I bet. Anybody watching in Chicago, tell me when I'm wrong. I bet if you miss a court date in Chicago, they put a warrant out for your arrest. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. I'm almost willing to bet that's what they do. That's what they do. Yeah. Anybody? That's what they do. Mm, okay. That's what they do. Sounds about right. You miss a court date, and then you see it all the time. People get pulled over by the cops. You got a warrant for what? You missed the court date. You seen this before. You seen it, yeah? That ain't how they do it in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, you miss a court date, they come and get you that day. So I ain't trying to hear nothing about what they do in Chicago. Uh-huh. I ain't trying to hear it. Miss a court date in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, they're coming to get you that day. Before, if you had a 9:30 court date and they missed it, bounty hunters are at your door at 9:15, at 10 o'clock the latest. And they'll be back the day after. They'll be back that night. They'll be back tomorrow. They will continue to come back. If you miss a court date in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, you need to move. That's why I'm so sharp at what I do. That's why I'm so sharp. Attila Sean Bradley, she put me in the best oven to cook in a county where I wasn't in a black neighborhood. I lived in the Pocono Mountains. You know, you go down there, you see one black person work inside the one black person work inside the whole courthouse. You go to Newark, New Jersey, everybody down there black. Boy, you go in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, shh, you be like, you hear the slave music as you walk in. Ain't no wasn't no black judges there, wasn't no black workers in there, none of that. Iron Fist, Hero 72 said facts. I know. Ask me how I know. Shoot. So I ain't trying to hear nothing about none of that. They put a warrant out for your arrest, and we just hope the cops pick him up. Kenneth Brooks will be at your door. Yeah. Kenneth Brooks will be at your door. Miss a court date in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, move. All right? And don't think you're gonna come home. I'll just come home late at night. No, they'll be there. They'll be there. They'll be there. They'll be there. Let's be clear. They'll be there. So again, you guys are under the impression that these individuals just go to court and tack on these wins. Oh, they did it again. I want to go to blah blah. Oh, no, well, the mother want to take the child to blah blah. Mm-mm. And here's what I noticed with you guys. I got to talk about. I'm gonna make this next take. I'm gonna talk about you guys for a second because the clucking is real. You heard what I just said? The clucking is real. Let's go like this. In the last, I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna start rocking. In the last, what is this? May, 4 months. In the last 4 months, I have had like 6 individuals that went through a divorce. Yeah, it was going through a divorce. Like 6 individuals going through a divorce. Like 6 individuals. Uh, uh, 4 of those 6 people said something that was miraculous. Shit was eclectic. The shit sounded like a love song, like "Dry Your Eyes" by The Deal. Dun-dun-dun, if she was just there, dun-dun-dun, there is no doubt, baby. He left you in without a clue. I know you think, I know it. You have no future. No, it's eclectic. 4 of those 6 guys said this, and I quote, unfreeze. They said, I didn't even know I got a divorce. You hear what I just said? You hear what I just said? Out of about the 6 guys we helped with a divorce, about 4 of them sold me the I didn't know I was getting a divorce. Before this take, I said the clucking is real, yeah? Let me go pastor on y'all. The clucking is real. Before I get into this take, let me just say this. You can find Atia LaShawn Bradley somewhere on the social media and ask her. I told Atia LaShawn Bradley, the next time you invite me to this court, put the key to the building in the envelope. I'll be the first one here. I told Atia LaShawn Bradley another time we was in court. I looked over at her. You know how they say, don't talk to him. I looked over at Atia LaShawn Bradley. I said, you didn't tell these people who I was? I'm Todd's son. I'm the smartest person in this building. I said, by the mere fact, these people got to come here and punch in every day puts them beneath me. Judge ain't saying nothing. I take cocky and arrogance to court with me. You know why? Because as a black man, I said to myself when I was about 7 or 8 years old, I was never going to fit into no stereotype concerning black men. And Atia LaShawn Bradley had no idea that when she tried to invite me down to this court and they tried to make me appear to be a criminal, you was going against the elements. Like I tell individuals, it's a reason why my joint is under my shirt. I have a license to carry. At 57 years old, I kept my nose clean. I did nothing to nobody. I wasn't about that street life. Anyway, of course they do. Of course they do. Common sense said, I think BWs have an infatuation with, yeah, it's the take them down in front of the white man concept. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard that 30 years ago, girls just take them down in front of the white man, I thought that was the biggest mockery in the history of mocking us. Anyway, so you guys allow these individuals to say and take you down to court. And again, I had individuals trying to tell me, oh no, I had no idea I was getting sued for divorce. Impossible. Unfreeze. Impossible. Impossible. It is impossible. You heard what I just said. It is impossible for you to get sued for divorce and not know it. You know why? You know why? Anybody? You know that term, revenge is a meal best served cold? You heard this before, yes? Common sense said, I think BWs have an infatuation with taking men down to court. Well, according to BWs, let me add to that. According to BWs, revenge is not a meal best served cold. A revenge is a meal best served ice frozen, black hard. Because let's be clear, cold is room temperature. Huh? Cold is not like, oh damn, this is God dang, it's cold. Cold is just, it's not warm. Anytime your food is not warm, it's cold. Huh? So that's what they consider. So every time a woman drags you down to court, when she gets a piece of paper to tell you as such, she'll hire a Goodyear balloon to hover over your house to tell you. When that woman files for divorce, you think that is a gun you will not put a silencer on. I'm gonna tell you something. Two incidences. Give me a second. Dry your eyes, see that you cry deep down inside. I know. Wait for it. I know you just feel like dying. All right, so I left off. I left off. I left off. I said, and I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. What I just said was when a woman files for a divorce, it will come with the surround sound. It will not come with headsets. When they file for divorce, they will not. You did, girl? Why are you talking so low? No. When a woman files for divorce, they're on TikTok. Yeah, I filed. Yeah, right here. What that say? What that say? I filed. Right? Yeah, you getting the surround sound. You ain't getting no silencers on that. Ain't no way on this planet. Oh, you gonna tell me your woman filed for divorce and you didn't know? Let me exhale on that. Freeze. Okay, I'm back. No, it ain't happening. Not happening. But this is what I'm told. This is what I'm told. Huh? This is what I'm told. So allow me, and then I'm gonna give you some examples of what it is I'm talking about. Allow me. You knew she filed for divorce. You just went to get an attorney, and the attorney said 6,000, and I can represent you. You said, "Dad, I ain't got 6,000. Let that take what she want." You didn't realize that the take what you want came with a big boop. The take what you want on the back end came with a unfortunate, decent sized pole in your hole. All right. Okay. Let's be clear. Yes. Yes. My man. My man said, "Damn, yeah, yeah." Mhm. But listen, excuse me for a second. Uh, a hero. You said, "Damn, Unc, she put you in the hospital." Yep. I just wanted it on record. I was okay. I just wanted it on record. Could you imagine getting hit in your balls? Give me a second. And then going, ow, for holding it for a 45-minute car ride to the hospital, the 2 hours you was inside the emergency room, just, I was in the emergency room like this. Wasn't it wrong? Well, what happened? My balls, my balls, both of them. But I did that just to get it on record. This is why today I can say Atia LaShawn Bradley is a mental and physical abuser. But if I wouldn't have did that, she would have been able to come after me with a lawsuit. But I did that to get her striking me on the record. Huh? That was in 1999, 27 years ago. Huh? Like I said, I can walk back into the hospital and retrieve these records. Remember that. My man. Okay. And this is what a lot of you guys don't do. Again, you allow individuals to hit you and you claim you blocking it. You ain't blocking it. It's called assault, slick. Stop with all of the Negro antics, my nigga. Stop with all the my nigga antics. You ain't LL Cool Smooth. She hit you. All right. Let's be clear. So I was just stating again that they will not file for divorce and put a silencer on this. This is what I said. Yes. So I'm gonna tell you about two incidences where sound alone brings this point home. My brother was we all had sheepskin coats. We are our father's sons. We was all fly. You know, every all of my brothers, we just my dad had us working. I started working when I was 6 years old. Um, so I was fly. At 17, I brought a caddy. All right. This when caddies was caddies back in 86. I was fly. All right. My brother was him and his boys went somewhere. They had their sheepskin coats on. Dude walks up to him, "Yo, man, Lil man, come up off them coats." My brother and his friends was like, "What?" And my brother said it was three of them. He said the dude never told him he had his gun on him. Never told him. And my brother said, He didn't know none of them had their guns on them. My brother didn't have a gun. And he said, boy, things hit the fan and they got into a shootout. And he said, my boy had a 357 and all you heard was pop, 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 boom, boom, boom. And it was like the sound alone cleared the room. Like you just noticed, they said, we started noticing there was no more gunfire coming at us. Just sound alone. So this is why I said when they file for divorce, they're not going to put a silencer on it. This is why when individual, listen, I've been doing this for 5.5 years. There's nothing you could tell me. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. So when an individual tell me, oh yeah, this and that, and she did this and that, she did this and that, I'm like, nah, listen, I'm not trying to hear that. No offense, not trying to hear that. One time I went to go visit this woman. And she lived on Avon Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. Anybody know where Avon Avenue, Newark, New Jersey? Yeah. Yeah. You better have your boy with you. All right. So I had my boy with me. So went in the bedroom at night. She had a couch. I took my pants off right at her couch where I can step into my pants. Anything went off, I can just step into my pants. When we laid down, I put my gun, like she was on my left side. So my gun was right at the under the pillow, but at my head under the pillow. So when I laid to face her, so when I got her on my right, so now I'm from the side. I'm just saying. Uh, all of a sudden, it's like 2:45 in the morning. We hear, whoa. So I jumps up. I'm looking outside. My Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel drive. That's what I had. I had the Eagle Talon. And you had 4-wheel drive turbo on the side. Everybody was trying to steal them. They got stolen. Looking outside. Oh, my car. I just look. I see the alarm light blinking. Like, dang, ain't nobody in my car. What the heck was that? I turn around. I look at her. She's like, I said, what's the matter? She said, somebody just came in his house. I said, what? I said, I was the first, I recorded the first track of We Them Boys. I said, hold on. I said, hold up. Grab my joint, put my clothes on. She goes to the stairway. Malik, no, I got company. I hear him run back, go. He go back downstairs. I hear him in the kitchen. Yo, this gotta go up there. Gotta go up there with my kids. Oh, we gonna get this. Really? Then he start coming up the stairs. She says, Malik, no! Sound. I chambered one round. He turned around. Michelle, come downstairs. I said, oh, yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. Sound. So when a woman files for divorce, telling me you didn't know nothing about it, that's a hard sell. Hard sell. Hard sell. Not trying to hear that. I want to be clear. We are here tonight because a lot of you guys are under the impression that when these women go to court, y'all think it's a holiday. Y'all think it's all fun and games. Y'all think that, oh, she can do whatever she wants. You keep believing that narrative. Again, I got an individual in New York. He was in an accident. The baby wasn't even in the car with him. He didn't have custody of the child. But the mother doing what women do, selling lies and false narratives, and y'all allowed them to do this, by the way. She goes to the police department. Our son was in a car, blah, 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 blah. No, it was all a lie. He didn't even have custody. It wasn't his weekend. Took that back to the court. He did this. He ain't got no baby seat because I got our baby seat. This and all that. Just sold it. Just married a lie. Just an excellent liar, right? All took the custody with his kids. That woman is facing a $250,000 lawsuit. Served her about 3 weeks ago. Got the response from, he said, an attorney group, legal group like our company is helping her. But she never thought She did it in 2023, but she never thought because family court attorneys don't do that. Family court attorneys help create these monsters. They help these individuals. Oh, you can do whatever you want to a man, and you got because you guys run to attorneys. An attorney is not going to fight for you. An attorney is going to say, "Well, we'll just see what the judge say." Oh, well, she did that. Okay, okay. I'll let you know. Could you file a motion, something, and then you ask them to, like a dummy. You should say, here's what I need you to do. Oh no, you work for me. You do as I say you do. I tell you guys all the time. You guys don't know how to use your attorney. The way the mob uses an attorney is how you talk to your attorney. Look here, counselor. I paid you. I paid. Hey, listen, you file a motion, or I'm gonna whack you. I asked them Paulie to come get you. Okay? You're gonna file a motion, counselor. You're gonna file that motion, counselor. Y'all don't do that. Y'all just be like, I told my attorney. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. If I can show y'all the parallels as to what I'm talking about, maybe this will help you catch on. So you mean to tell me this is what you selling me? You driving in your car, you playing "Dirty Dirty Do" by the Cheeseheads. Dirty Dirty Do, Dirty Dirty Do Do. You and your woman singing along. Dirty Dirty Do, Dirty Dirty Do. I do Dirty Do. You do Dirty Do. Who I do. No, you do Dirty Do. What was that? You look in the rearview mirror. Oh man, a cat. What's a U-turn? You pull up on the side of the cat. It's on her side. You like, oh, sweat. The eyes popped out. Oh, sweat. What is she gonna be doing? Anybody? What is she gonna be doing? What is she gonna be doing? She's gonna be crying. Yeah. Who said that? Yep. She's gonna be crying. And then you're gonna be like, damn, what you crying for? In the eyes of this. In the eyes of that. Damn, was that your cat? Do you even see that cat? But do you even know the cat? So you don't know the cat and you crying for the cat? And then you mean to tell me that can beat you in court? Okay. All right. Yeah. We're gonna have to talk about this. You mean to tell me that perspective and narrative beats you in court? You mean to tell me now they're not emotional no more? They're not emotional no more. They now they brick with it. They brick with it. They hard. Oh yeah, you just cried 2 weeks ago when I ran over the cat. Now you hardcore. You hardcore. You hardcore. I'm laughing at something else. But is that what you selling me? You see, the thing with me is you're not selling me tough, and there's no woman can sell me tough. Not this, you can't sell me that. There's no woman living that can sell me tough. There's no woman that can sell me when they go to. There's no narrative of you telling me when we go to court, you're at home, like y'all believe they are. Well, okay, I tell you what, I'm gonna put you in a situation where you're the defendant. We'll see how you like it, because we at 100% now. Again, I had a client in Rochester, New York, had two attorneys. None of them caught this. She went and got the restraining order on the 9th, didn't execute it to the 11th, hit him off with a suck buff special for 2 days. Oh, this and all that, made him food. I'll make your best. Got all the emails and stuff and pictures to prove it. Then all of a sudden on the 11th, she activate, oh, I got you. You either put your keys on the counter and leave at 11 o'clock at night in the cold. And attorneys, oh, we'll see what the judge say. No, that ain't, we have two $250,000 lawsuits. And guess how she answered it? You might want to sit down for this one. I did it, but the court don't have jurisdiction. I did it, but the court don't have jurisdiction. This should be handled over there. Wow. Holy smokes. You see, when their name is the defendant and it's time for them to be logical, therein lies the malfunction. See, you guys, You interact with these creatures like y'all have equal intellect. That's where you messes up at. That's where you just shut up. Just hush your lips. Hush your lips. Hush your lips. You all sit there and you go back and forth with these individuals like y'all have the same intellect. You allow her to say, this means something right now. Therefore, we should discuss this. I just got home. Let me transition into being at home. We can talk about this later. No, we're going to talk about it now. Because at that time, she knows you need to decompress, is the word. She knows you need to decompress. But if she can insert what she needs, therein lies her power. And everything, you may not believe this. You may not believe this. Everything that she needs to talk about is important. There was a fly outside the light. That's important. I seen a fly outside the light. Baby. Jim, they laid off 20 people today. I'm trying to rewire. Am I gonna go to work tomorrow and get a pink slip? But there was a flyer on the light. Oh my God. And you guys sit down there and back and forth. Yeah, you do. Shut up. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah, tell your boy, invite your boy in on this live stream. I'm streaming on three different platforms right now. This is what you do. Doesn't happen with me. I'm Todd's son. Like Thor say, it is Thor, the son of Odin. I just like Thor, he execute the curriculum of the All Father. I execute the curriculum of Todd Smith. You will not get me to divert. You will not have me put my dad's teachings on pause and entertain your nonsense. It ain't happening. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. I'm gonna ask you to sit down when I say this because I don't want you to get lightheaded. At the most, a chick got off with me. A sentence. I had to sit there and listen to an entire sentence of the BS. Then Todd Smith's son answered. Not happening. There's something going to happen. That ain't it. And then these women take this practice of spectacle antics, total raw lack of understanding, total absence of logic, the epitome of just dumb on a scale that just low is not low enough. And you guys, you got an onslaught of happenings. I remember one time, the one time should have been the only time. Let me invite you to a narrative, if I may. You in your house. You hear somebody knocking on your door. You look at your ring doorbell. It's some jigging. Do you go lean to the side and say, hold on, I'm ready for this cat? Or do you sit down and be like, can I help you? Which one do you do? Which one do you do? I'm looking at my ring camera like, oh, hell yeah. Yeah, my shit is coming off of unemployment tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I've been on this block 6 years. When I first moved around here, besides the train coming through, I live by the tracks. This is a quiet block. I am out of about 50 houses on this block, probably about three, about 50 houses. I'm talking about 25 on each side over 3 blocks. I am uh 50, 25 on each side. I would say there's probably 10 black families on this block. Like 10 black families. And I have a belief, and that belief that I have is individuals will always come into quiet neighborhoods to scout. And so when I first moved on this block, every week you have one or two people knocking on your door. Hey, I was just wondering if you need some help. The fuck? What? Nah, bro. You see all these BMWs over here, and you think you scouting. Man, get the fuck off this block, bro. Right? And that's now we don't have none, zero. And my neighbor said, I think you have a lot to do with that. You can drop the thinking. Every time somebody knocked on my door, it was a clash of the titans or clash. They ran into an animal. I said, yo, Slick. I told them all the same thing. So you knocked on my door to ask me if I need help. Yeah. Uh-huh. This is a residential area. Why the fuck? What? Bruh. Go out there on the Main Street, brother. There's a big blue building out on Main Street. Got Walmart on it. Why don't you go there and ask them? Doesn't happen anymore. Common sense says, I was with my wife for over a decade. I realized that she was playing dumb. Ooh. Ain't that something? Let me touch bases on that, Mr. Sense. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. Proud of it. I got the success to prove it. As I told you guys earlier, optimal. That is the thing that I do more than anything. Optimal. Optimal means the best way humanly possible. Optimal. So if a woman tells me something, then I am expecting her to be exactly the same. One of the books that I started writing, I got it on hold right now. The name of the book is called Lateral Intellect. Lateral intellect means how do you understand something over here? Take that same intellect needed to understand this over here. Now you don't understand it. You want an example of this, yes? I'm glad you do. I'm such an example whore. I crack myself. So I had a woman, knew how to edit, would tell me, never wanted to help me with this company behind me, to my left, your right. This company that employs 3 people, she never wanted to help me. I started my company, Vault Fitness, this year. I started 3 businesses this year. And she says, in her precise words, now I can help you with that one. Now I can help you with that one, to insinuate I ain't helping you with the other one, but I can help you with that one, Volt Fitness. So again, I told you I'm writing a book, Lateral Intellect, and Mr. Sense said his wife was playing dumb. I assure you that is a common state. It's not playing, but I know what you mean. Um, so I said to this individual, you know, the amazing thing is, let me rock a little bit when I say that. Can I rock just a little bit? Just a little bit. You know the amazing thing is? This same woman would not help me edit my videos, but has a security clearance, works at the Pentagon. But when her friend, and we would all agree by now, we're all older. I'm in my 50s. I'm 57. She's in her mid 40s, early 40s, 42. We By now it's understood that if you meet a woman in a relationship with a guy that goes upside their noggin knucking, then that's what she likes. She likes the guy to go upside her noggin knucking. Because keyword, there's a keyword in the word relationship, and that is relate. I cannot relate to Atila Sean Bradley beating on me. That's why when she did it, within the span of 4 months, our relationship came to an end. So if you can relate to somebody going upside your noggin knucking, then you like somebody going upside your noggin knucking. So when her friend called her up, she put her security clearance in jeopardy and everything to go and protect her friend or help her friend. And the words that she said, I wish he would have hit me. I would have. I wish he would have hit me. So you went to the scene to support violence, but you wouldn't support me with my business doing videos. Lateral intellect. When you're a nerd, these are the things that you see. This is why I told you a lot of my clients, I ask my clients, give me the long version of what's going on because I can see things that they didn't see. I don't, again, I don't, now you mean, I don't talk slang. Um, I don't smoke, I don't drink. Um, I'm a nerd. I like reading books. That's my lane. Like I tell individuals, you threaten me, my boot and your ass gonna be real good friends. And when I'm done with you, I'm going to the opera. Or I'm gonna go watch a ballerina quartet. Some shit like that. But I don't my favorite movie is Grease, not some gangster movie. And one thing that listen, you can tell a lot about a person by their favorite movie. Huh? You tell a lot about a person. You see, you know the majority of women of color, you know what their favorite movie is? The Color Purple. How in two fucks could such a piece of shit of a movie be your favorite movie? How is that even possible? Common sense said Grease is probably one of the most gangster movies there is. Well, I'm gonna say this. It's a movie about a man that was a gangster, as you say, but in the end, he went over to the intellects, and then she went to the gangster side. I don't know if you know the movie, all right? But allow me. You see the end of the movie when he gets the Letterman shirt and she got the tight spandex on, and she don't know how to be a gangster spandex woman. That's why when she says her friends is just coaching her through it, they like, put the cigarette down. She's like, oh. But when he see her, the song starts off, I got chills and they're multiplying, and I'm losing control of the power you're supplying. It's electrifying. Electrifying. Dun, dun, dun. And then her friends are like, put the shit down. She's like, oh, you better shape up, ooh, 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 cause I need a man. That movie. You saying that movie is gangster? My man. I'm not gonna argue with you. I just love that movie. I'm just saying. But when I talk to individuals and they say, The Color Purple is my favorite movie. Check. No, sir. That is a dark movie. The Color Purple. It is. It. it, it, it I'm gonna need a minute. Y'all, boy, y'all done send me into Jesus. Why y'all got me talking about that? My brain is malfunctioning. I need help. That movie is super garbage. Huh? So you 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 talk about excuse me, all these things is it's helping you understand the mindset of a person. All these excuse me, I'm sorry. All these things tell you. And one day y'all gonna wake up and realize that women need dysfunction. They love dysfunction. And because dysfunction is where they live. If you're emotional, you're dysfunction. You, you, you hear it all the time when you see people stand in front of the judge all shackled up and they say, explain what happened. Well, judge, pay close attention. This is what they say. Well, we was just all and emotions ran high. They never say logic ran high. You know what happens when logic runs high? Anybody? Things get invented. We evolve as humanity when logic runs high. But when emotions runs high, destruction, chaos, confusion. Yeah. And for some reason, I have individuals telling me, oh, this this somehow is going to beat me in court. boy, if you was to give this to Tom Cruise and say your mission, if you choose to accept it, come up with a valid reason how a woman beat you in court. That would be the first mission he'll fail. I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding that. Nope. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I tell my clients, your victory will not be won in family court. Your victory will be won outside of court. Your victory, you will not get your victory in family court. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's not where your victory going to be. Because it starts outside and it ends in family court. If I could say this, I'm gonna say this and end it with this. And I really appreciate you guys for being here tonight. Um, I'm gonna do this thing every day at 3 p.m. I hope you guys could be here to join me. I'm gonna definitely go live. I'm gonna bring I'm gonna bring in TikTok in. It's real cool, man. It's the first time I ever went live on TikTok. But um, I'm gonna say this. Um, if you if you decide that I'm gonna say this, if you decide that your child's mom can come to court and lie, then answer me this, please, please answer me this, and I want to have 100 answers in my inbox. Answer me this: how did little Kim go end up going to jail? How did Martha Stewart end up going to jail? They came to court and lied. Now they got caught in a lie, and because they got caught in a lie, a law was broken. Your child's mom come to court and lie all the time, and you telling me she's getting away with it. You do a consultation with me, and you're telling me she came to court and lied. She came to court and lied. She came to court and lied. I'm saying, oh, shut up, shut up. You mean she came to court and you let her lie? You let her lie. That's what you did. You let her lie. Find Tia LaShawn Bradley and ask her, did I let her lie? Did she get away with any lies? Ask her. Check with her, see if she got away with any lies. Check with her. You check with her. You got away with nothing. I stripped her of her strength. Lie and deception is where a woman lives. That's where they're home. And you guys go into that world. Like I said, I made a reference to the movie Pelham 123, when he said, Your Honor, you entered their world, you got to get out. You guys allow a woman to lie and lie so much that it's an echo. You allow her to do that. The second you lie, I'm on your ass. Understand that? I'm gonna leave you guys with something to think about, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. All right? Y'all have a good one.